Hey, this is Talking on the Block, and this right here is going to have to stay on the block for a little while because, the Congressional Black Caucus and the NAACP are are basically ganging up on black students in the HBCUs and the PWI universities. Hey, if you want to hear the full set of this song, please check out Brother Bear. He's on Instagram and also, I believe, YouTube. He's out of Pennsylvania. Check him out. You will most definitely be surprised. Small town guy doing big time things. All right. Now, the Democratic Party, they're doing any and everything to stay afloat. Any and everything. Now, the interesting part is this. They want black American college students that are athletes to step aside from not only school but also playing sports to defend them. Now, who does the Democratic Party, especially the Congressional Black Caucus, cater to? Not black Americans. No, they don't. No. Do you see her doing anything for black Americans besides H240, which is a study for reparations, which has been on the floor for about 30 years promoting a study, but then you can give housing, food stamps, all these tangibles for illegal immigrants. You can give all this money to Ukraine and the real country. They give reparations every year for the past 40, no, longer than that. For the past 60 years, they have been getting reparations. And what happened to them was over in Europe and had nothing to do with the United States. But I digress on that point. Now, it is quite interesting. Ayanna Presley, she's out there stomping the yard. Now, AOC, she gets a lot of minority stuff, and she gets a lot of minority stuff for her people, but that doesn't trickle down to the average New Yorker or the average New Yorker that has been in the United States for generations. No, she's not looking to assist the native people of this country. No. And wanting her people to defend them by giving up what they got going on in school. She's not asking for them to boycott what the Republicans are doing. She's not asking them to pull out and pull out from endorsements and them playing a sport and getting money. Is she asking them? No, she is not. Al Green down there, Alabama. Now this right here is quite interesting because he's and I'm not talking about Al Green, the singer. I was going to break out into one of his songs, but I'm not going to hurt your ears. I'm not going to do that to you. But he's saying, hey, I know I didn't do nothing for you. I didn't do anything for you, but help me keep my job. These Republicans are redistricting, and they are redistricting my district, and I won't have a job. I won't have one. And this one right here in Maryland, Glenn Ivy. Oh my goodness, this guy right here, he was so right outside of D.C. He and Senator Van, oh, what's his name? I was going to say Van Horn, but that's not it. Not Van Halen. Anyway, they go down to El Salvador and check up on, what's his name? Kilmore Abrigo Gonzalez down there, check and put the president, Baleke of El Salvador, put him in a headlock to go check out Kilmore. Now, Politics with Laura, she did something quite interesting. Check out that channel. She did something about what, two years ago, connecting these senators to a place right out of D.C. called Tacoma Park and University Park, I believe, and connecting Ivy and Van Halen, whatever his name is, to some child stuff going on, that a mayor got 30 years in jail for having inappropriate pictures of the littles. And also him soliciting. Very interesting. Kilmar was over there, and I gotta say, she let a very compelling video. I thought it was interesting. I'm like, okay, maybe I could do some little research on that. So he's not doing anything for Black Americans. No, his thing is for LGBTQ, IAI, and immigrants, illegal immigrants, and the state of Maryland is a sanctuary state. And he wants Black Americans to give up their future to keep that, for him to keep his job. Okay. All right. And here, Hakeem Jeffries, this guy right here, his father was in a struggle for Black empowerment. And Hakeem Jeffries, and what I'm upset about, I'm upset about the people in a struggle for Black empowerment, the upliftment of Black Americans, and allow this guy to represent him and don't even call him out. He grew up on a struggle, and then he turns around and says, man, forget about you Black people. I'm going to get paid. Forget about you, only you, just you. Okay? I thought that was very disappointing. And there's so much more to it, but you baby boomers are not doing enough to call these people out, instead of sitting there silently saying, well, he knows how we feel. Get that. That's ridiculous. The fact that you give him a free ride, the fact that you are allowing this guy to dismantle everything that has come before, he's dismantling it, because not only is he a Democratic shield, but he's also having his hands out and having his hand, what do you call it? Painted with honey to have the money stick to his hand. All right. Now this one right here, Ilhan Omar. Now she's only going to do things for Somalians. That is it. If you're not African, if you're not an immigrant, screw you. But then she's a double-edged sword. She's over there dismantling white people and Black people at the same time, while saying, you white people, you're dangerous. This right here is not only a white country. Nah, it's not. It's for everybody. You white people are racist. But her husband's white. I mean, you can't make this up. And has $37 million in the bank. I'm done. And when she goes to jail, please take that money back. Please take that money back. Clyburn, James Clyburn, or as they lovingly call him, Uncle Ruckus or Steven in Django. Oh my goodness. He is beyond a Coonigus, right? Take off the Gus. He is most definitely a Coonigus. He is most definitely selling out the state or selling out his people to get some money. And I think it's a little bit more than that. But then he wants people, or shall I say black Americans, to give up what these students got going on to help him politically. He has done nothing over the past what? He's been in office for 30 years, and look at the conditions of the people that he serves. And look at the conditions of the illegal immigrants. A huge disparity. But then he wants these students to drop out of school and to not necessarily drop out of school, but to stop playing sports. And they're there on scholarships making money. And he's like, give it up. Give it up. Help me keep my job. Help me keep my job. Come on. Nah. And Cory Booker, oh my goodness, this guy right here. He was in the Congress, the Capitol, U.S. Capitol, and he sat and he talked for 24 hours about the LGBTQ. He filibustered, just him alone. And talk about the LGBTQ. And he has done zero for black American people. I mean, you can't make this up. But then again, he wants, hey, you all down south, the Big Ten, help me keep my job. I know I'm over here in New Jersey, and I know, you're over there, down there trying to get education and getting paid in sports. You're going to be a millionaire in your first year. But I need you to stop playing ball for a political reason. And no, we're not going to ask the Latinos. No, we're not going to ask the Caribbean. We're not going to ask the Africans. We're not going to ask the Asians. We're asking black Americans specifically. Give it up. But it goes on. What is his name? Kwame Kilpatrick. I didn't mean to put him in it. He's the mayor of Detroit. Now, this woman right here, her face, the way she looks, her frown, she don't have a smile. She has an upside down smile. She has a frown out there in California. And she's out there telling Democrats, go after Donald Trump, go after the Republicans. You go after them, you block them, and you do everything for Democrats. You do that because these Republicans are racist. They're racist. And they're trying to take you black Americans back to slavery and put you on cotton fields. Okay? But I want to give these immigrants reparations. January 6th, they need reparations. You black people need nothing. But just vote for me, vote blue no matter who, and you get nothing from us. We promise you nothing. But stop going to school, stop playing sports to keep the Republicans from taking my job. Get out of here. And this one right here, that's not a flattering picture. I should have found another one. But, she is down there in Texas, and she's like, she got screwed over good. She is saying, help me save my job. The Republicans have just redistricted me. I don't have a job. I ran for Senate, and I lost, and I thought I had the Latino vote. I ignored my own people for you. I ignored my own people, and then they turned around and voted for the Democratic, for the primaries. I can't think of his name right now. But all the Latinos turned on her and said, look, mama, you're a little bit too dark. I mean, thank you for helping us. But, thank you for, open up your border and allowing us in and fighting for us and giving us money and tangibles that you won't even give your own people. Thank you. But we're going to vote for our people. Boo-hoo, sad to be you. Okay? It's wild. And this one right here, Japela, I can't remember her name, but this woman, she's not black. She's I think she's Indian. She's Indian or Arab, one of those two. And she has a healthy dislike for black Americans. Okay, black Americans are the most hated people in the world. That's very true. Even Africans. Some Africans are like, I can't stand you black people. You're beneath us. And we are the most educated. It's like, what? I mean, the stuff what they say. But she is like, immigrants need reparations. Black Americans, yeah, you built a country and I came here and I benefited a lot, but you're not going to get no reparations because I'm going to make sure that you get nothing. But not only that, I need you to I don't even think it's her because she already has her political situation sewn up, so she's gonna be there. She's gonna make it because she still has white privilege, and she has a white token card. She has a white token card, and her husband is white. Now, I'm saying all that, right? Let me move this. I'm saying all that because these Democrats, the NAACP, and the Congressional Black Caucus has done very little for black Americans and then want black Americans to do something for them. Now, the baby boomers, the black baby boomers were all into symbolism. Well, you said our name. So we're okay with that. Not us. Gen X and below, no, you better come up with something. We're not our parents and grandparents just because you have proximity to the power structure, proximity, and because you said our name. Hey, you said our name. Vote for blue no matter who. I'm voting for Democrats because the Democrats are not racist like the Republicans. Those Republicans, they want you to actually do something. They want you to take care of yourself, but here the Democrats, the government's going to take care of you. I mean, baby boomers, you really, really, really screwed over the young ones. And I'm talking about the white ones too, the white baby boomers, the beatniks, the hippies, the flower children. Oh, you all did a number on this country. And always running around getting married, divorced, like God bless Hulk Hogan, but he got married like, 4 or 5 times? And just throwing money out there. I mean, just, it is what it is. But however, let's take a look at some of this stuff right here because you cannot, you truly can't make this stuff up. You really can't. Now look at this right here. This was like last month. Now here, the NAACP, Congressional Black Caucus, are calling on black athletes and fans to boycott athletic programs of public universities in states that are taking steps that the nation's oldest civil rights group says are restricting black voting rights. Okay. They're not restricting. And the fact that you're losing your jobs and you're lying, they're not restricting. No, they're not. This is something that happens every 10 years. Once a Democratic Party did the same thing to the Republicans back in the 60s, because the Republicans lost a lot, they pushed a lot of the civil rights that the Democrats tried to stop and abolish. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. And now that things have turned, it has flipped because you Democrats have gone way too far with your policies, what you're pushing, opening up the borders, doing you want the United States to be a communist, socialist haven for everyone who doesn't shave their underarms and their legs. I mean, man. Oh my goodness. But here, launching on Tuesday, the NAACP Out of Bounds campaign urges current prospective of black athletes and their families, alumni, and fans to withhold athletic financial support from the major public universities in state. You weren't even given these black universities and universities money. I mean, you were giving all these white universities a whole lot of money, but you withheld. And, let me tell you something. One thing that people do not like, right? Even racists don't like this. They don't like this. That you would undercut your own people. Undercut your own people to have proximity to power. Now, you think that they're going to trust you? I mean, you over there screw over your own people, and then you want to come to them. Here's the bone that I took for them. They're not going to trust you. They're going to do you like they did what's his name? Daniel Steele. The Republicans did him dirty. He was the chairman of the Republican convention. And he was there for 2 years, got a whole lot of black people to come in, change the face. Now, I'm not saying that Republicans don't do racist stuff, because they do. I'm just saying that they're just a little bit better than the Democrats. That's what I'm saying. And then they have done things to assist black people. Now, their policies are a little troublesome, but at least they tell you exactly who they are. They're not going to lie to you, but Democrats will. But Daniel Steele learned the hard. Michael Steele learned the hard way, and he's still mad. He's still mad to this day. But let me go. Let me leave this right here, and let's take a look at this right here. Okay, wrong thing. All right. Now here, Democrat activists demand, not ask, but demand college athletes to do their bidding. Why do college athletes have to do your do your bidding? You're supposed to do the bidding for the people, not the people do the bidding for you. You got it backwards. You're a bad employee. Another thing I heard from Politics with Laura, she check her channel out. She was saying politicians are applying for a job, and the constituents will either accept your job application or deny it. Now they're turning, and now these Democrats or the Congressional Black Caucus is saying, well, look, I know I'm a bad employee. I know I should be fired, but overlook that and help me. Help me, please help me keep my job. Stuff like that. And it's just outrageous. And here, they're basically, and here, after the Supreme Court ruled against racially drawn congressional districts, the GOP-run southern states have begun planning to redraw their congressional maps. Democrats claim that it is racist, but look, it is racist. But when they were doing it, was it racist? Or is one racist outracing the other racist and the other racist that is being outraced is going to lose their job, right? Okay. To give black voters their own segregated. Well, most of the United States is still segregated, right? I mean, you go to certain places and you have parts of the city to where you have only white people, then you have black mixed with everybody else, and you have only Latino, only Arab. I mean, all right. Oh my goodness. But they're pathetic. Oh, wow. Oh, they're going too far. Gavin Newsom has a nerve to say anything. Says redistricting is Jim Crow 2.0. Yo, Gavin Newsom. What he did to black people was dirty. Real dirty. And black people are not going to trust him. Now, he's going to have a hell of a time to get those illegal immigrants to vote for him. And look, Latinos are conservative, very conservative, but they will vote liberal to get what they need. They'll vote liberal. They'll do it. I'll vote liberal for today. But when I get my papers straight, I'm voting Republican. But here, in hopes of maintaining these segregated congressional districts, oh my goodness. And here's the funny part. You have Democrats who live in, these conservative districts. And they're talking about, oh no, we need to get rid of the boom boom, the pew pew, right? But then they have them. I mean, these people, okay. But here, the congressional districts, the Democratic activists are now trying to pressure black colleges and athletes into abandoning SEC schools. Former Democratic National Committee Chairman Jamie Harrison tried to blackmail the SEC into condemning these redistricting pushes, threatening, or maybe it is time for our children and these young brothers and sisters to find new playing field that actually respect their humanity. Get the hell out of here. You don't respect black Americans. And matter of fact, most of the Congressional Black Caucus are African or Caribbean. Very few are black Americans. And you talk about respect their humanity. I was a little out to lunch on this delineation. I'm like, I don't know. But now I'm looking at it. Yeah. Delineation really needs to happen. It really needs to happen because this stuff right here is outrageous. And these are first generation immigrants. You have immigrants that was naturalized. And now the Republicans are like, look, you have to be born here in order to run for these offices because we allowed you to do something that no other country does, and now we look really stupid. We look really stupid because we allow people that have green cards and are from other countries to participate in the political arena and do not have a, what is it called? Do not have a real allegiance. And you see them flying their flags. Saying, I want to stay, but I'm going to fly the flag of my country. But I want to stay in the United States. My country is the best country in the world, but I want to stay in the United States. I mean, that crazy ass stuff. But, okay. Here, it says he has joined the actor Wendell Pierce also called on black athletes transfer to decommit. I mean, you're not asking Latino athletes to do that, and there are minority athletes. And when you say minority, you're not talking about Black Americans. You're talking about people from other countries that came from other countries that are here. They are the minorities. You're not asking them to put any skin into the game. They put zero into the game. So if, you Democrats, you're over there stomping for these people, and you're not asking them to do nothing. You're not asking them to do anything. But you want the Black Americans to bear the burden while they get all the tangibles, and then Black Americans are supposed to be sitting on the sidelines while everybody else gets something but Black Americans. You're out of your complete mind. Out of your complete mind. And matter of fact, let me show you something. I came across this and I was like, now this right here is the full list. The historically Black HBCUs is historically Black colleges and university list. And they're in alphabetical order. Alabama, these are all the schools. Arkansas, Delaware. DC has two of them, District of Columbia and Howard University. These two colleges, they really go at it. Universities really go at it. Florida has Bethune. Georgia has Albany and Clark, Atlanta. Kentucky, Kentucky State. Louisiana, Dillard. Maryland, you got Bowie. Oh, I didn't know Chopin was a HBCU in Baltimore. Didn't know that. University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. Princess Anne. Michigan. Mississippi. Alcorn State. Missouri. North Carolina, Scotia, Ohio, Center State, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Cheney, Lincoln, South Carolina, Allen University, Benedict College, Tennessee, American Baptist, Texas. You got Houston, Jarvis. You got a lot. Even the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, I did not know that. You learn something new every day. Virginia, Hampton, Norfolk State, West Virginia, Bluefield State. So, you have these HBCUs that they want all black athletes in these schools to move away from them so that these Poindexters can keep their jobs. And they're not going to do anything to assist these students if they choose to do it to help them. And they're not offering these students anything. Nothing but, you help me, don't worry, I got your back. I'm 20 miles back, but I got your back. No. But one last thing, I just gotta take it one step further. One step further. Fair use. Just take a listen.
NAACP and the Congressional Black Caucus are calling foul on a bill that could affect college sports. They're opposing the SCORE Act, which would streamline name, image, and likeness laws, protect the NCAA and other conferences from antitrust lawsuits, and keep college athletes from being classified as employees. These leaders...
Now, okay, I'm going to say something, and you all going to get upset. But when Caitlin Clark came into the women's basketball league saying that she's the GOAT, the greatest that ever done it, and the great white hope, that's how they say it. All of a sudden, now it's like, let me see. Now it's like women have arrived, or the women's basketball have arrived. Now, Caitlin Clark is not saying this. She just wants to play. And she be throwing those elbows, right? And look, Those white basketball players are beating the hell out of each other. I'm like, this is whoa. And the black players are like, you all can go ahead and go throw down. They are just like, wait a minute, you can't call black people violent. Look, they're over there beating each other up over there, and then it's okay. It's okay, right? But they're like, they're gonna, these athletes are being exploited. They have always been exploited. Now they're getting a piece of the pie. Allow them to make some money. That's all I'm saying.
Leaders argue it's impossible to support a bill like this amid growing threats to voting rights.
That's it.
After a recent Supreme Court decision weakened protections under the Voting Rights Act, several southern states moved to redraw political.
Okay. All right. This is so hard. Oh, man, the lies they tell. I'm so surprised she said, didn't say, they're going to throw you back on the plantation. You're going to be out there picking cotton, right? No. Showing an ID, all of a sudden, that's a problem? I mean, I've been voting for a long time, and I have always showed an ID. Now throwing an ID, showing an ID is like, what, Jim Crow 2.0? All of this crazy stuff, and then tying that in to the athletes, only the black athletes, just the black athletes. I'm going to keep on knocking on that door right there. Only the black athletes are supposed to do this, and you're not asking anybody else. And all these other people are getting benefits, but not asking to put any skin in the game again. Oh, let's hear what this. She's being paid to say this stuff.
Maps that critics say dilute black voting power. In response, the NAACP launched a national campaign urging black student athletes to boycott major public universities in those states, reconsider committing to them, and even redirect their talent and money elsewhere until fair representation is restored. At the same
When have they ever cared about fair representation? Just look at the Democrats and look at what they have done this for the past 15 years. Did they care about black representation? No. Do you look at the policies and what they put forth? You got Asian hate. Blame black people, right? But white people are knocking them upside the head. I mean, getting two-pieced. Oh my goodness, these black people are beating me up, and oh my goodness, I need a Asian hate crime bill. So black people can't even look at me. And then if they don't look at me, I'm going to say they hate me, and I'm going to throw them in jail. Get out of here. This crap is crazy. But, that's why you're losing big time, and you're going to continue to lose.
Same time, lawmakers were pushing the SCORE Act to reshape college athletics and give more centralized control to the NCAA. But the CB
centralized control, not decentralized, but centralized, meaning under the government is going to control everything and not leave it where it should be, being decentralized to the schools. And a lot of schools to do it. Man, oh man, oh man, it's getting crazier and crazier.
Do not eat 3 pairs. It goes right through you.
So, oh man, it's nuts.
DC blocked a vote on the bill in the House, saying that they wouldn't support any legislation that benefits college sports institutions while black political power is being dismantled. In other words,
I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something to you. Now, the interesting part is this. I heard a content creator say this, and I never thought about it. I'm like, oh, this is absolutely right. You don't have to be white to uphold white supremacy. You don't. You just have to uphold it and get the crumbs. And then you have people who are racists that benefit greatly from it. But what I'm happy to see now is how white people are starting to stand up and tell these racists, hey, you better stop. No, this is not us. We don't act like this. This is not us. You're over there portraying us in a way that is not what we stand for. and they're starting to speak out and really, and I'm happy. I'm like, I'm proud to be American because now we're starting to, get some stuff together. And a lot of this racial stuff, and I see it. It's turning from racial to class now. I mean, I see what's coming. I see what's coming. But I'm glad to see that they're like, I'm not going for this anymore. So I'm not going to go through this anymore because it's just really too much. Too much. Where's it at? So, okay. Wait a minute. All right. So, what are your thoughts on this? Are the Congressional Black Caucus going way too far? Are they going too far with with what they're trying to do? Or are they trying to hurt Black Americans again, use Black Americans again, if they feel that they're able to pull a flim flam on them because they're losing their jobs and they haven't done much anyway. Look at any democratic city, you're going to see poverty. That's exactly what you're going to see. But please like, subscribe, leave a comment, help my channel. I got 3 strong. Help me grow. Thank you for stopping by.